It's Yu-Gi-Oh time, or some might say it's time to duel. For the game of Master Duel, I'm gonna bring you my Thunder Dragon deck profile. This is my build, just to preface this video. This is my build, this is my personal choices. To make it as consistent as possible, as I can. So, let's dive into the deck profile. First and foremost, I have the one effect Veiler. Well, Veiler is not really mandatory, but I like to have a high monster count. Also having a light in the graveyard, it's pretty nice. Sending out the triple matrix. This is mandatory because it's so easy to special summon out the Colossus with this. Also gives you pops of your Titan. Then you got the double max C. Now, double max C might be a little bit sus, but I think 3 is kind of bricky. So I run the 2, my choice. Triple Ash Blossom because it just negates so many things. And you got the one White Dragon Wyver Buster and the one Collapse Serpent to do kind of like the entire Dragon Link combo. You know, you special summon one, get it to the grave with Striker Dragon, and then you get the other one. And if you have Chaos Space, you get shuffle one back in the deck and draw a card. Nice. Aloof Payne getting so much value out of your normal summon with this one. If you have a Thunder Dragon in your hand, well, any Thunder monster does it really. But basically, you banish one Thunder Dragon from your hand, and then you banish another one from your deck. Busted! Thunder Dragon, the vanilla one. Good for pops, and also if it's in the grave or banished, you can actually fusion summon this one with Colossus. You don't even need to use the special summon effect, just use the fusion effect sometimes. Sometimes. Doesn't really come up that much, but yeah. It's mostly there to fill up your graveyard, get some pops. Thunder Dragon Dog gets a search. Nice searcher in the deck, and also can cycle through your deck, can thin out your deck, and get some pops of Titan. The one Hawk, I wouldn't have any more than one, even though it's already limited, but it doesn't matter. It's a good revive for all your Thunder Dragons, and it's an easy combo once again to jump into your Colossus. If you get the Dog into the graveyard or banished, search for the Hawk, activate the Hawk, boom, make a Colossus free. And then there's 2 Thunder Dragon Raw. Most of the time I use this to recycle the fusion spell. You know, banish the fusion spell, search a Thunder Dragon, and then just recycle it and fire it again. Also, if it gets banished or sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon any Thunder Dragon from your deck. Wow. Duo is not really that great, but you really want to run it so you have more Thunder Dragon names in your entire deck, and that's mostly it. I mean, it has some decent effects. It's pretty big, so it has, you know, I don't want to talk down on the man over here with the 2 hats, but still. Levinier is here, and I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards, actually. I love the Chaos cards in general, but yeah, getting a triple pop, banishing stuff from your graveyard, getting a big monster, getting another body on the field, or just it has value. You can extend, you can get effects with it, and or you just want to make it and swing in for game. And you have the Chaos Creator, which, again, mostly there for the banish, get a body on the field, and recycle your graveyard, your banish pile, actually. There's a lot of recycling going on here, and that's what kind of makes it so good, I feel like. There's, like, stuff you can bring back, put it back in the deck, put it back in the grave, etc. Gold Sark, oh my god. Banish any Thunder Dragon from my deck and get the effect? Do I really have to think about that? No. This is like a no-brainer, absolutely. Instant Fusion to get out your Kaminari attack, to get out your Thunder Dragon Titan. And then we got the Allure of Darkness. Draw 2 cards and then banish anything from any... Not anything. Banish a dog from your hand. Oh, I don't know. Thunder Dragon Dog, Thunder Dragon Raw. My god, these effects. And getting 2 cards free. Thunder Dragon Fusion. Fusion any of these guys, but most of the time you're going to make a Titan because it's so easy to make Colossus even without this. And also you can recycle it. There's the word again. Recycle. Banish it from the grave. Search for any of your Thunder Dragons. Bruh. Chaos Space is just to discard any light or dark and then get another light or dark like that you cannot normal or special summon. So it's all for the Collapse Serpent, Wyver Buster, but also works on Duel, Levinier, and Chaos Creator. Also, can shuffle any of your banished cards back into the deck and then draw a card. Wow. Well, actually, under the deck. Then we have one Forbidden Droplet. I only want this at 1 because I don't feel like I need any more than that. It's a good out, but most of the time, I want to have Imperm, because Imperm has 2 reasons. 2 reasons for this deck. First and foremost, the obvious one, it negates monster effects. Duh! And it's very good, and it's not once per turn. But in this deck in particular, one thing you might notice is like, you don't have any back removal. You have removal in general, but if your opponent is sitting on a skill when it goes like, can't use monster effect, just set the Imperm in that column, turn that garbage off, and then you go in for game, you make a Titan, and you pop his entire board, so he surrenders before you can even swing in for game, because he's a little baby and cries. Anyway, Kaminari attack, only here for the Titan. Colossus, only here because, oh, I don't know, it's pretty decent. Yeah, your opponent cannot search as long as this thing lies on the field, so also has protection. Thunder Dragon Titan, pop, 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 it's big, it pops, and it also has protection by banishing cards from your graveyard. The one Link Karibo, mostly just, if you have a Matrix and you don't really have much to do with it, you just link it away for Link Karibo. The Striker Dragon is there for the Collapse Up and Wyver Buster. Same thing for Erratic Seals. If you don't have anything to do, if you don't have any other place to make it on a Anaconda or whatever, you just go from Striker into Erratic Seals, and at least you get a bounce in your opponent's turn. Then you got the Nightmare Phoenix to pop a back row, the Masquerena to special summon in your opponent's turn. The Cross Sheep actually also works when you special summon the Thunder guys over here by their own effects. You don't even have to fusion summon them, put it in the zone like that, and then you can special summon a level 4 or lower. Obviously, you don't have that many targets for it, but it's a nice extender, so run it. Predator Plant, Anaconda Verte. Wow, do I really need to explain this one? I love this card. This card is really good, but this card is too good. And I feel like this card needs to go. But that's a discussion for another time. But still, I play as long as it's legal. Of course, I'm going to play it. One Nightmare Unicorn to bounce something back. One Appaloosa to negate monster effects. One Axis Code Talker to make it big and go pop. Actually, can OTK with this deck. It's a bit more tricky. It doesn't come up as much, but you know, Axis Code Talker, it's good. You can make it. And finally, the underrated pick, the Underworld Goddess. I know a lot of people don't play this one, but dude, it's a kaiju in your extra deck. Sure, you need some bodies on the field to even summon it, but I don't care. Also, when it hits the field, it negates all your opponent's monster effects. But most of the time, you know, if your opponent just has something problematic, some big floodgate you can't really get over, just summon a bunch of monsters and get the Underworld Goddess. Beep! Yeah, I mean, you have the option to do that. You have a lot of special summoning in the deck. Often you have turns where you don't even need to normal summon, and that's fine. So that is my Thunder Dragon deck profile, everybody. Those are my personal picks. Those are like what works out for me. If you have your favorites, let me know down in the comments. I know there's a lot of variants of this deck. There's a lot of people who play Grass. There's a lot of people who play the Buster Lock. I don't really like that stuff, so this is what works out for me. This has got me to Plat, so Plat 2 so far. We're still working on Plat 1, but coming soon to a theater near you. Anyway, that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile for the game of Master Duel, by the way, it's Master Duel because you can't play this in the TCG. Please bring this back in the TCG. Please. Konami, listen to me. Bring it back. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever the Thunder Dragons want.